Yo, this is to the streets. Y'all know what time it is.
Teachers always with grade, with pay, with made. That's why I got these wick ways.
What's good? What's good? Wick made 912.
Y'all know what time it is.
It is to the streets TV in your area. If you haven't already, man, make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, man. I appreciate everybody for holding up for me. Y'all know I just left off a Kwame panel if y'all was over there, and we had a fun time, very interesting time. Yeah, it got a little interesting over there. But hey, we'll leave what happened over there. I'm glad that the people who decided to come over here and rock with me. Salute to you. Salute to Teran, Trey, 79, Latifah, Michelle Bryan, KWNT, salute Unity, David Johnson, Love Lace. In your comments with the truth, salute. Oh yeah, man. We're gonna get in some Andrew Tate talk, man. I'm not like Callie Kane, salute. Everybody that's up on the late night with me, man. I know if you're on the East Coast, it's pretty late for you, but if you're on the West Coast, it's not as late, but you know, it is Friday night. So, you know, I'm on vacation, so you know, I can be up on the late night. I'll be resting during the day now. Miss J, salute to you, Brittany Smith. And we got Ronald Jones, who I say open panel if you're not gonna let people up. Well, damn, you gonna let me start the show first? Y'all see how these wabbits just come and try to tell you how to run your channel? Damn, wabbit. Damn, they just want to interrupt your show and make it all about them. Teran, salute. Tamika, salute. Damn. See Mika over there on chat, salute. Damn, I can't even start my own show. I already got a wabbit trying to tell me how to run my damn show. So, give me a chance to start my show. Let everybody know. Okay, let everybody know. All right, my bad. Give me a chance to let everybody know what the topic's gonna be. Well, you know, introduce, you know, throw some shout outs, everything. Damn, you seen it was on the screen. The show wasn't gonna start till 2 o'clock. You can't wait to bring your rabbit ass up here to ask me about some dumb ass shit. You don't even know what the topic gonna be. All right, man, let's get to the show, man. Damn. All right, y'all. So if you don't know about Andrew Tate, don't worry, because I don't know too much about the cat either. I've seen him a couple of times going viral and on shorts, you know. To the outside world, looks like a pretty misogynistic dude. You know what I'm saying? Even to a guy that, you know, I've been called misogynistic all the time, you know. And I guess when you show any masculinity, now, or or you're traditional in any kind of way, which I'm not as traditional, but they call it misogyny. Now, in his case, and me being from where I'm not saying where I'm from, but the way I've experienced through life, I understand how you can't save everybody. I understand how there are people, I ain't gonna say people, there are certain women, and I guess if you speak on certain women, that makes you misogynist. But there are certain women who will leave their good life with a man that they love. There'll be a guy that'll give his right hand and do everything you ever wanted from a man. And you will run off to a man that you see is rich and living this fancy life, and you know he's selfish and you know he ain't shit. And you'll go be one of his doormats. And then once you get tired of being his doormat, then all of a sudden you're this, poor old victim where you put yourself in a fucked up situation. And I know we all can blame it on being young and dumb. I get it. We all have a dumb area in our life. But this is where, the community has to start stepping up and helping out. And, and we got to start talking life into our kids and our daughters. Because, this could be your daughter thinking that it's something better on the other side of that fence. Now, in this case with Andrew Tate, as I've investigated on it a little bit, just dipped into it a little bit, just to kind of see what, the guy he is. I didn't want to just get one clip. I looked at a lot of his stuff, and a lot of stuff he say is very ash holders. It's very ash holders, but it has a lot of truth to it. And he's not American, so he's looking from the outside in and seeing how stupid a lot of Americans are, how desperate a lot of Americans are. He's pointing that out, how desperate how masculine the women are, how unattractive the women are, not like physically, but just as how they are. So it leaves an open market for a lot of thirsty dudes. You get what I'm saying? That's what I got out of a lot of what he's preaching. Well, I ain't gonna say preaching, just a lot of what he's doing. So what I'm noticing about what's going on with him right now, though, is they are doing him the same way they do anybody who starts speaking on shit that they want to stay a problem. Now, what we're looking at right here is them raiding this man's mansion in Romania. And we'll get into why. We're going to get into why they're raiding this guy's mansion. Now, this is a social media influencer. This is a website, a business owner. He's not black, so I'm not only speaking up for black men. I'm just showing y'all the war, the gender war that they're trying to create.
The Matrix has attacked me.
Now, he believes that the Matrix has attacked him, because that's what he speaks on. Now, as you can see what it was saying at the, let me pause that real quick while it's showing at the bottom of it so y'all can see. Trafficking and the R word. So when you see these type of allegations, you don't even like, okay, that's a horrible guy. You don't think about it. You don't want to hear nothing else. And this isn't about Tory Lanez, but it's the same thing with him. When you hear the action, what they say you do, oh, you don't want to hear shit else. And not saying that he didn't do it. He's mixed with black. Okay. His pops was black. Okay. That's what's up. See, I haven't went too deep into his history. I know he was an ex professional kickboxer. He's a ladies' man. And if he's a ladies' man and ladies are gonna be crazy enough to know that he has other women and fly themselves. Well, let me play the story first before I start speaking too much in it. That way, everybody will know. Everybody can make their own, assumptions, and I'll just speak on what I see from what's going on. So, so y'all probably thinking, okay, what did he do to get arrested? Let's do that first. Let's find out who he is, and let's see what it is that they're accusing him of. Let's go from there. Okay. Hold on, let me take this down. Let me take this.
Also set him straight. And by the way, this, I don't know if you've got this one, Anna, but the scam that they run, how they lure them into Romania, oh my God, it's disgusting.
Yeah, so let me again read to you from a report that was translated from Romania. The Romanian authorities learned that the Tate.
So the scam that he's speaking on, and I only clipped up a part of this, is he's saying that this guy Andrew Tate, and this is what they're kind of accusing this man of. This man has made millions and millions of dollars. He talked, and usually on his videos, I looked at some of his videos. He might have women around massaging them and all of this stuff like this, right? So they're saying, and he runs like I said, online. Like where those women, they'll talk to these lonely ass guys, and these guys be sending them all their money. I mean, he got women that's doing what they want him to do. That don't mean they're actually doing it for sex. If they're in here running an internet thing, they're probably doing OnlyFans and all that kind of stuff like that also. So, like I say, when you put certain words on people, it makes other people not even listen to you. Now, this guy apparently, well, let's listen to this first. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. Let me listen to it first.
Had a video chat studio which operated in a building located approximately 500 meters from their villa. Now, several young women were found there. The young women from America stated, or the young woman, I should say, from America stated that she met Tristan Tate through a social network, and he seduced her and convinced her to buy a plane ticket and come to Romania.
Now, okay, let's dissect that right there. So the reason that they're barging into this man's business and accusing him of the R word and trafficking women, and remind y'all, this man is not being arrested. He's just been questioned for 24 hours. Okay, so these accusations that they're plastering all over the internet, they're not even fully true yet. It's really a slander campaign, to be honest. I think it is. But anyway, he could be doing this though. But I have to see more evidence. But from the evidence that they're showing right now, they're saying a young American woman, which we know she got to be a white woman, a woman from America, stated that she met Tristan, which is his brother. So you're tying him into his brother through social media network. Okay, so you met a fucking stranger and he seduced her. Oh, so did he put a gun to your head and convince you to buy a plane ticket to come all the way to fucking Romania? Now, how smart do you have to be to meet a stranger on the internet and decide to go buy your own fucking plane ticket? It ain't like he said, I'm gonna buy you a plane ticket and I'm gonna fly you out. You already got showed that you wasn't shit. You're coming here for something that's gonna benefit you. He convinced you to buy your own plane ticket. But you see these key words that they put in here, he seduced and convinced her to buy her own. Is that against the law?
She allegedly abandoned her boyfriend and came to live with the British millionaire. but found herself threatened and forced to work as a video chat model. Frightened, she contacted her ex-boyfriend, who in turn notified the...
Now, do y'all see this shit? She abandoned her boyfriend to come live with this British millionaire. Now, you're telling me he told you, oh, girl, yeah, I'm going to just love you all alone. I ain't going to have no other women and all this. No, you got there and, okay, we're like, well, you came here to work. You know what you came there to fucking do. That man told you, hey, you could go come over here and you could do video chat modeling. And, you know, hey, you pay us this, we pay you that. Now, you might have came over there and found out that it wasn't as sweet. Find out that you can't just go roaming around the streets of Romania. It ain't like America, you big dummy. Did you not know that it would be dangerous to fly to Romania to meet somebody off the internet? Yeah, it's not against, just because it might be against the law over here. So, I mean, what the fuck did you think? Now you call your simp ass ex-boyfriend, and now he want to call the police and put the police on the nigga and start telling all kind of bullshit about you. This man handling this business. If this all the evidence you got, get the fuck out of here.
U.S. Embassy in Bucharest. So that is how the tip came about. It had to do with an American citizen who traveled there under false pretenses. She was lied to. A former policewoman was allegedly in league with the Tates.
Under false pretenses. Oh, she was lied to. He got that poor old American woman over there. He lied to her. How dare he lie to her? He told her he was going to be with her and make him his wife. He was just going to give her millions of dollars. She had never seen this guy before. Why would he lie to her? What a scumbag. Get the fuck out of here. Say you seen a couple of stories, but you'll know about these Earthlings from Mars. I'm from Mars. Yeah, I ain't from here. I'm from Venus. So now she's saying that they have an ex-female officer that would be at the house to keep the women in check. Okay. I don't see no problem with that. If I took a woman from America that used to be or even from Romania, she used to be a police officer, and I gave her a better job at just monitoring the females to make sure they're not doing sneaky shit that can compromise the business. What the fuck is wrong with that? Now all that R-word shit, it might go out the window. Why this woman can't have the same credentials of working for an online chat business as she can have as being a female cop? Why her credentials got to go out the window now? Because she's keeping the people in check. The people in check. Hell, that's called security. Shit, everybody got security at that damn place, making sure y'all hoes ain't stealing, making sure y'all hoes ain't logging into other accounts and shit and trying to keep the money for yourself. Y'all came here to work off our network. Ain't nobody tell you to come. Like you say, that woman came out there on her own free will. Sex trafficking is when you go take the woman and you make her come fly with you somewhere. And she's been taken by force. How you been trafficked if your ass bought your own plane ticket there? Buy your own plane ticket and go home. But I bet your ass can't. They probably charging your ass for housing and all kind of shit. Now you mad because you done fucked up your money. Now all these crazy accusations. This man, I've heard this man say he got over 75 women. You telling me all the women were scared all of a sudden? I can't be mad at the player. I only can be mad at the game. And if you wouldn't have left your fucking man and hauled ass and tried to go on the other side of the green of the fence, of the fence, how we supposed to feel sorry for motherfuckers that go do stupid shit like this? You go fly your ass way to Romania. Now you over here accusing this man of some shit way in another country. And social media gonna eat this shit up because they don't like what this man be saying on the internet. But now this is what they do. They try to get charges. Hey, he even said it himself. I'm gonna play some of the stuff that he be saying, and he's pretty much predicting they gonna kill him. Kind of like how they just did Kevin Samuels, in my opinion.
And was also arrested. She is accused of, in addition to working side by side with the rest of the models, putting pressure on the girls held in the studio against their will. So for all the...
So now all of them are held against their will. They're held against their will. But y'all know this man is not arrested, right? They know that y'all know he's just being questioned. And that's only because he went back and forth on damn Twitter with a damn activist. But the man, even though I think he's an asshole too, I don't prefer his way of life. I don't knock it though. But every time we don't agree with somebody's way of life, this is what they do to them. These are what I call wabbits, y'all. Y'all are experiencing some wabbitry right now. Carrying narratives about somebody. This man ain't been locked up a whole 24 hours, but they got all this fucking shit. There's still a negative narrative. Already trying to push the shit. And I like the Young Turks. I like to get information from them sometimes, but right now they're committing wabbitry.
Young men out there who look up to Tate and think that he's super cool, just understand that when he's in those videos surrounded by women, it's very likely that those women are there by force.
Or it is also likely that those women are there because they love money and they love the power. And we just witnessed it on Kwame channel. Those women will do anything to be close to what they feel like is success. There are certain women, when they know a man got certain kind of money or they got some kind of opportunity, they will leave everything. They will flock. They will go against all of their fucking boundaries. And when they found out it ain't what they thought it was going to be, that's when they won't. All of a sudden, all of Earth got to change around to fix the situation. You know that a teacher. This is a very teachable moment. I've seen females do this. Leave a good dude, a dude that'll love the shit out of them. And here they is chasing who they think is a celebrity. Talking about they chasing the bag. And then realize they get with a guy that's crazy and abusive and possessive. And, you know, he got 80 damn women. And you like, oh, well, I didn't know. How the fuck you didn't know? You seen that out the gate. But mentally, for some reason, you're attracted to that type of shit. This man was way in Romania, minding his damn business. This is wild. I thought they had some actual kids and some shit that they was talking about this man had. They talking about a goddamn dude that was mad about his ex-girlfriend. She cuffed in Romania, and he trying to get his ex back. What you think she gonna do once she done came back and cried up under you, and you done pieced her all back together? You got her back all looking good. She gonna be right back on the internet looking for another millionaire to leave your ass for. Stupid motherfucker.
So there's nothing cool about that. There's nothing desirable about a guy like Andrew Tate. He's unattractive. Physically, mentally, emotionally, he's a bad guy, and you shouldn't be looking up to him. You shouldn't be inspired by him. he is very likely a criminal and someone who preys on vulnerable women.
Yeah, and look, no one looks great.
So his brother is the one that convinced this so-called woman that y'all claiming that has been held by her without her that's been held against her will. But they're making this show all about him. They ain't saying, well, it's his brother that the woman said she went to go link up with and all this stuff like that. So they'll take somebody close to you and try to act like it's all about you now. That's amazing. She bought her own ticket to where he lives. I'm trying to understand it too, 79 Latifah.
In this story, and the way that they got that particular woman to go to Romania doesn't speak well of anyone, including her. But
see, he knows, but now you want to throw a butt in there to try to make sure you keep the narrative going. Because now you can say this key little shit right here. This is the key right here, what he's about to say to get you in your feelings.
Just because somebody left their boyfriend to go pursue a rich guy doesn't mean you get to kidnap them and force them into sex work. That's
now it done turned into sex work. You came over there already knowing what kind of work you was about to get into. Don't play stupid. Now you want to play stupid. You knew you was about to come over there and do goddamn online sex work. You had to be a certain caliber for that to even catch that man's eye. This is what they do. They recruit beautiful women that can talk good on the phone to these old stupid ass Americans and that want to buy a wife. They pretty much online pimping. I don't hate to play shit. They done took pimping to a whole different level. Now, if you want to participate and be the motherfucking hoe, that's your responsibility. But now you need the whole government to come and step in, and they'll do it when it drives their agenda. And the only reason they're doing this is because it's going to drive their agenda, which the agenda right now is the gender war.
It's insane and deeply criminal. I have to say things like that because I guarantee you there are guys out there right now saying, "Oh, she had a gunman." No, nobody has kidnapping and sex trafficking coming to them. That's insane. I can't believe we live in a society where I have to clarify that. By the way, get a load, of course, of the irony of the right wing who claim that they're so against human trafficking, largely supporting Tate throughout his entire career. And then by the way,
okay when they do it. It's okay when they do it, Jake.
Yeah, of course. And the person fighting against them, of course, we have, Haas has, Greta Thunberg recently has. Somebody wrote it on Super J. Lizzie Bennett said, ever since Tate tweeted at Thunberg, he's been getting a series of L's lately. Keep them coming. Yeah, I guess.
So he's saying just because it's said, that means it's a fact. So as soon as you're accused of something, you're guilty without even being proven. You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But he's saying as soon as they slap this on your back without any proof, this man is already guilty. That's pretty much what he's trying to tell his audience. He's not saying, well, he's been accused of this stuff, let's wait for the evidence to come out. He's already like making that like this man is guilty out the gate.
He effed around and he found out.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. We really appreciate it.
Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan have been arrested in Romania. In fact, their residence has been raided, and we are learning more as the story develops. So in the coming days, I'm sure we're going to have more details about this. But they have been accused of trafficking women, of holding them captive against their will, And the investigation continues. Apparently, the authorities were investigating the Tates because they have been allegedly trafficking multiple women. According to reports, the investigation first began when the U.S. Embassy in Romania got a tip in April that the Tates were holding a U.S. citizen at their home against her will. The authorities searched.
So the whole tip and the whole thing that got the allegation started is that one female who left her boyfriend, bought her own ticket, flew over there, and decided that she didn't like that. She didn't like her current boyfriend now. Now this man's $1 million operation and the way this man lived his life and his freedom of speech is being taxed against him. Because you're telling me this woman fell for okie doke by his brother now, not by him. Now all of a sudden women are being held. I bet that man that tried to kick your ass out 1,000 times. You don't want to leave that mansion. And then if you do leave that mansion, you're expecting him to pay for your shit to get back. But hell, he ain't paid for it to get there.
The Tate's home and have found that women there, as well as another woman who was trafficked. So the woman who they initially found out about was in fact there.
Now she tried to say the other woman real fast. I mean the other woman that was trafficked. Well, why don't you? Do you care to tell us how she was trafficked? Yeah, tell us how she was trafficked, because you're trying to act like this woman was trafficked. This woman wasn't trafficked. She traveled. That motherfucker packed her own bag. She made a conscious decision as a grown-ass woman. Now you want to turn her into a damn victim. Now you're saying there was another woman that was trafficked. When you say traffic, does it mean the same traffic that this woman that you're saying is trafficked? Because now we can't even trust your word that the other woman was trafficked. Because this woman wasn't trafficked. You haven't proved to us that this woman was trafficked. But y'all like to use that motherfucking word so people don't even think about the motherfucking details. And most people don't check the details. The story is more juicy.
And there was an additional woman there who alleges that she was also trafficked. Now, I'm going to read you from a translated statement, or translated report, I should say, from Romania. It's based on Google Translate, so it might be a little cumbersome, but nonetheless, this is what we know based on local reports from Romania. The police say that the injured persons were allegedly recruited by brothers Andrew and Tristan Tate, who misled them.
Now they injured? Hold on, when did they get injured? Did she say the injured person? Like y'all see all this word salad? Everything to demonize. And of course they would let a woman start reading this out so you can tug on the emotions, right?
The police say that the injured persons were allegedly recruited by brothers Andrew and Tristan Tate, who misled them that they wanted a marriage/cohabitation relationship, and
so their excuses, they misled them that they wanted a marriage/cohabitate relationship. We've seen this nigga talk. This nigga ain't tell you that it was just about to be you. This man did not tell you it's just about to be y'all about to just have this wonderful just you and him life. Cause you just said y'all just can't get the fuck out of here. She said the injured traffic one said he got injured in traffic.
That they had real feelings of love for them. The women were allegedly later transported and housed in buildings through acts of physical violence and mental coercion, intimidation, constant surveillance, control of.
Now, I wouldn't doubt that there could have been some physical shit, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Hey, the dude looked like he be jacked the fuck up. But stop trying to act like you didn't know what the fuck you was going there and getting yourself into. You're going to fucking Romania. Did you even check the motherfucking laws of Romania before you jumped on your ass on that plane? You can't expect the same fucking treatment of yourself in America in fucking Romania.
Of control of basically just control of them and where they go, whether they can leave or not. They were sexual.
Duh, motherfucker. You think you just gonna be running in and out of my damn mansion and just running wild and shit? Of course you knew it was gonna be this man gonna have surveillance on his $10 million fucking mansion. Duh. Of course he gonna be watching your dumb ass. Duh.
Exploited by the group's members by forcing them to perform pornographic acts in order to produce and disseminate. So they were filming them in pornographic acts in order to sell, I guess. That's what the allegation is here. Through social media platforms, materials having such a character, and by submitting to the execution of a work in a forced manner. So basically, the women in question are alleging that they've been...
People don't even fucking talk like that. People don't talk like that. All she did is use a whole bunch of motherfucking keywords. That's all she did. Nobody talks like that. Oh, he made me work in a whole bunch of forceful manners and get the fuck out of here.
Trafficked by the Tate brothers, and that's what this investigation is about. Now, why is it that they're only being investigated today? Similar accusations have been floating around for quite some time now, and it turns out that
ain't no damn similar. It's been one accusation, and that's when the nigga mad because his bitch left him for goddamn and flew all the way to Romania. She probably charged his card for that shit. But they'll try to act like, oh man, it's just been going on. It's been similar accusations. Nah, motherfucker, you talking about one accusation. Stop the bullshit.
when Andrew Tate decided to go after Greta Thunberg, he ended up telling on himself. Authorities were waiting to see if they could find his exact location. They didn't know whether he was actually in Romania or not. So let's take a look at this tweet from Alejandro Caballero, who says, or Caballo, who says Romanian authorities needed proof that Andrew Tate was in the country, so they reportedly used his social media posts. His ridiculous video yesterday featured a pizza from a Romanian pizza chain, Jerry's Pizza, confirming he was in fact in the country. This is absolutely epic, and I totally agree with her take there. Cenk.
So now let's see, let's get a more of a little feel of who this guy is. Since he's been arrested, it's like one of those things that Kanye had going on when his when he did the J People thing, and he had a YouTube channel that just kept playing his shit in replay for some reason. But I just want y'all to hear what this man's been saying, and I think he's really trying to get this out because he knows what's happening to him right now. But I heard this earlier, and I thought it was really interesting. Fair use, fair use.
No advice on this, advice on that. And I say this all the time. Women don't fuck guys they like. They fuck guys they respect.
Yeah.
There's plenty of girls who hate me. Yeah. I still fuck me. Yeah. They're like, you know what? You're a dickhead.
You miss how all kinds of girls blowing your DMs up. And
all the time. They're like, literally, oh, you know, you're a dickhead, but it would be interesting to meet you.
Yeah. Like, dude, I dropped soap commercials and shit, you know. the funny shit, and girls just blow up my Instagram and shit. It's funny.
Yeah.
Nudes and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's great.
This is how it is.
More so.
because they want guys they respect. It's not about like.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with like. It's about respect. So when guys say to me, okay, well, how do I make women respect me? Well, I say, well, how do you respect yourself? That's the first thing. No one's gonna respect you if you don't respect yourself. Do other men respect you? Like, how do you act in a way that commands respect from anybody?
Yeah.
And this is what it's all basically about. A lot of the red pill stuff, a lot of the dating coach stuff. One of the reasons I don't really teach games so much is I say, look, if you focus on yourself and make yourself be who you are, being a high value male, women will detect it and it won't be so difficult for you, as opposed to trying to masquerade all the time.
And so then the specifics you're saying men will figure out as they go on.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. I mean, when I have sons and they ask me, like, what do I do about this girl, that girl? I say, you just be the man.
Yeah.
Fuck her. You be you. And that's the frame you need anyway. A lot of the way I learned, like the things I teach in the PhD course and even having the webcam company, I learned most of what I learned about girls from fighting, because when I was fighting, I was so preoccupied and so busy, and I wouldn't let any woman take me off my mission, because I know that if I get in the cage and get an ass whooping, she's going to leave me anyway. So why am I going to mistrain and take her out?
So you withdrew all the attention.
So I withdrew all the attention. I was like, no. And I was so focused on something else, and I saw how crazy that drove them.
Yeah.
So even when I quit fighting, I was like, okay, well, that's how you play the game. They want, I want this.
In your opinion, do women want dick more or attention?
Well, and this is the thing. And
maybe it's a trick question.
Dick is concentrated attention.
Okay.
Dick is focused attention. That's what it is. It's all your attention. You ain't focused on anything else.
Yeah.
So women's, I once again, not to plug or anything, but in my course, we talk about weaponizing your attention, because that's the only thing a man has.
I say plug away. What's the website?
It's cobratate.com. And I've got a course on there that basically explains how I got girls to work for me.
Tate's PhD. Right?
It's a PhD course, pimping hose degree.
Fuck yeah. I was wondering what it meant.
PhD, pimping hose degree.
I've seen it. I just didn't know what the PhD meant. I was like, is this a PhD in pimpology? Like, what is this?
But yeah, I basically explained how I got girls and how I got them to work for me.
Okay.
So it's not just about picking up girls. It's about like converting them into really loving you enough to moving in with you and working for you and giving you all the money.
Yeah, I remember hearing your story, privately one time on Google Hangout. It was a pretty epic story for businessmen.
Yeah,
it's badass shit.
Yeah, and I was very successful with the webcam company, and I still do it now, not as big as I did, but I still do. I've got some of my best girls with it. But anyway, the point is, in that course, I teach how I got girls and how I got them to work for me, and I realized that weaponizing your attention is the only thing you have. That's the only weapon men have in the sexual marketplace: your attention. Typically, men give attention to get sex, and girls give sex to keep getting attention.
So that's your primary kind of tool or resource.
That's your only resource.
Yeah.
Because even you talk about money and all this shit, that's all garbage. The only resource you have is your attention.
Now, we have to take that in real consideration in real life now. Think about what he's saying. These women are dying for attention. This shit that this woman just did, it sounds like some attention grabbing, dying for attention type shit. Because think about what she did. She went and called back her goddamn ex. And he not only helped her get back, but he helped her goddamn try to get the man locked up. And that's just to get his attention, because I bet if he told her to come back, she would run her ass right back. She'll run her ass right back. Now, let me play a couple of things so we can see actually what's been said, what's going on, y'all. Because they're saying because he went at this activist is why all of this is happening. But I just want to make sure y'all see the details of what's going on as much as I am.
These are not recycled.
A pizza box may have given Romanian police information in order to arrest Andrew Tate.
World is influence.
Andrew Tate is a former kickboxer, Big Brother contestant, and far-right influencer.
And make sure. Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled.
A pizza box may have given Romanian police information in order to arrest Andrew Tate.
World is influence.
Andrew Tate is a former kickboxer, Big Brother contestant, and far-right influencer. He was banned from Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram for hate speech and misogynistic comments. Tate's past claims include him saying women were partially responsible for sexual assault and that women belonged to men. Twitter CEO Elon Musk reinstated Andrew Tate's account in November. Since then, Tate has written that he never forgave mask wearers and said men are unimportant if other men do not fear you, your woman disagrees with you. On December 27th, Tate tweeted climate activist Greta Thunberg about his car collection and its enormous emissions. She responded with a fake email address for Tate to enlighten her. In a response video to Thunberg's tweet, Tate ordered a pizza that clearly showed the name of a Romanian pizza restaurant, which some speculated gave his location to authorities.
Welcome to a new episode of The Country.
Romanian police released a video of Tate and his brother Tristan being taken into custody. Police video also shows guns, money, and knives allegedly found in the house. Andrew Tate, his brother, and 2 other people were arrested. In a statement, Romanian officials say the 4 people appear to have created an organized crime group with the purpose of recruiting, housing, and exploiting women by forcing them to create pornographic content meant to be seen on specialized websites for a cost. Prosecutors say Tate has been under criminal investigation since April. An attorney for Andrew Tate told CNN, quote, he was not arrested. He was detained for 24 hours. A court hearing is reportedly scheduled for Friday. Greta Thunberg's response was a tweet that said, quote, this is what happens when you don't recycle your pizza boxes. This is Inside.
No, this is actually what happens when the go along, get along gets on your ass. Because he was just fine until he went and goddamn poking at that bell. It looked like he fucked with the wrong lady. So, you know, my assessment of what they're doing to this guy is based on the information that they're giving out. They're using a bunch of keywords, and they're using the most slanderous things that you can say about a person to make people like, oh, I don't even want to know nothing about this guy if he's accused of that. Let me go off of what Law and Crime reported on him. And I'm just showing y'all multiple sources of, you know, what the media is saying. And, you know, it's like they're already accusing him of the awful without, you know what I'm saying, you even hearing the details. Basically off of public opinion. Whether you think he's a douchebag or not. Whether you think he's misogynistic or not. Whether you think he doesn't cater to women. He has his thoughts. Okay, that's fine. They keep kicking him, banning him off of social medias or whatever, saying, oh, it's because of misogynistic thoughts and hate speech. We ought to know what they call hate speech and misogynistic and all of that. All these keywords. Fair use, fair use.
And that's apparently just what happened, as controversial influencer Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan are reportedly busted on sex trafficking allegations. What led up to the arrests, and what comes next for the so-called self-help?
Had actually hurt me. The Romanian piece would happen today.
And
if I had actually hurt me, the Romanian piece would happen today.
And that's apparently just what happened, as controversial influencer Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan are reportedly busted on sex trafficking allegations. What led up to the arrests, and what comes next for the so-called self-help guru who claims he can break people free from the matrix? We head down the rabbit hole to break down everything we know so far. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Sierra Gillespie. Kickboxer turned controversial influencer Andrew Tate finds himself in hot water over allegations of sex trafficking at his Romanian home. Bombshell news of Tate's apparent arrest broke Thursday night, as reports say he was holding 2 women against their will at his villa. Tate's attorney, though, he has a different story, instead saying his client was simply detained for 24 hours.
Nothing else? No. Okay. Can go.
Romanian officials released this video on Thursday showing a raid of what is purportedly Tate's home. In all, police served search warrants at 5 homes and detained 4 suspects. The Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism says the suspects organized a criminal group spanning between Romania, the UK, and the US. As for the allegations against Tate, reports say 2 women, 1 American and 1 Romanian, were being held against their will and even subjected to physical violence and mental coercion. Authorities say the suspects misled the woman to, quote, believing that they intended to enter into a marriage/cohabitation relationship. After that, they said the women were exploited. But all this is not the first time we heard talk of Tate's involvement in a sex trafficking ring. Earlier this year, law and crime Sidebar reported Tate filed a defamation suit against YouTuber Ethan Klein for calling him a sex trafficker.
Yeah, it's a...
Now, we keep hearing all the key words again. And like she said, now they saying he was under investigation, all because another YouTuber said that he was a sex trafficker. Now listen to what this other YouTuber had to say about him. And just pretty much, you know, sometimes dudes just be hating.
Suit against YouTuber Ethan Klein for calling him a sex trafficker.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
He's actually a sex trafficker. That's epic.
Yeah.
No, literally, this dude is like a deep-rooted misogynist. Like, it's scary.
After that, Tate...
Just that fast can get your ass sued for slandering somebody's name. And the man actually, he sued the guy, you know what I'm saying, in protection of his name. But now y'all want to stick it on him to make sure that somebody can say that type of shit about him. Without even the real proof. All you got is a woman that fucking left her man and flew across the damn country and then complained about it. Claiming that she been held against her will. Probably because she ain't got money to get home. Or she realized that she goddamn, yeah, you gotta work. They working hoes over there. But you knew what the fuck you was signing up for. That's my point. Maybe I sound a little harsh. I don't know.
Fired back with an hour-long video, knocking down the claim and explaining that Romanian authorities investigated him and later cleared him.
They came into my house at 5 p.m. They did a forensic search, as they should. At 8 p.m., the search concluded. They took me from my house at 8 p.m. for paperwork at the police station, and by 9:21, I was back home.
All this happened back.
So they made this claim on him. The police came to his house. They did all the necessary investigation, and they found him clear. But you still got motherfuckers that want to try to pin the bullshit on the man because of his success. Because he's taking advantage of a market that is left wide open because of the conflict, the war on gender in America. The women are too masculine, they're not attractive, not physically, but just emotionally, and the men are desperate. They're so desperate that they create a market for suckers. They create a market for suckers, and then they become the damn, act like they the victim when they realize instead of leaving all their money to their wives, they leave it to a damn online personality. They flying women out just to go on a date with them and shit. And then they turn these people into victims.
Back in August. But fast forward to earlier this week when Tate got into a Twitter face-off with climate justice activist Greta Thunberg about carbon dioxide emitting cars. Some social media users now say that Tate's video retaliation to Thunberg helped Romanian authorities confirm he was in the country leading up to his arrest.
Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled. Thank you. So I'm actually mad at Greta, right? Because she doesn't realize she's been programmed. She doesn't realize she's a slave of the Matrix.
While it hasn't been confirmed, a Harvard cyber law clinic instructor says the pizza box seen in this video ties back to a Romanian restaurant chain. So with that info, Romanian authorities made their move. Post-arrest, Tate's verified account tweeted, quote, "The Matrix sent their agents." But how does the Matrix tie into all of this?
Welcome to the real world. You may not realize that this is the first time in your life you have absorbed information that was not directly controlled or held by the Matrix itself.
While Tate originally gained slight notoriety as a professional kickboxer and a contestant on Big Brother UK, he now draws in millions of followers, claiming to help them break free from the Matrix.
YouTube's not in charge of this. Google's not in charge of this. We have our own bank. All of it is here to create what we call self-destruct sequence initiated in 60 seconds.
He gained a massive following over the past few years and rose to fame for themes of misogyny and hateful ideations on social media. All that got him kicked off multiple social media platforms multiple times.
I was banging girls left, right, and center. And they were loving me and they were loyal to me.
To top it all off, a now deleted post from Tate's website seems to brag about activities adjacent to sex trafficking, claiming 75 women work for him and that he is, quote, the most competent person on the entire planet to teach you about male-female interactions. The post goes on to say it became his job to meet a girl, sleep with her, and, quote, test if she's quality, get her to fall in love with me, to where she do anything I say.
A lot of guys say that.
Now, they want to make that into a crime. There are guys that just have that natural thing. And hell, one thing that they don't have natural is usually money. So a lot of women will excuse all the bad behavior just because a guy has money. This guy is in shape. So he's one of the 1% of men that 99% of women want to flock to. Even if they got to share them. Even if they just got to do ridiculous things to stick with them. Now, yeah, that might make guys like this guy that's on the stream scratch his head because he's looking like, well, damn, I can't get one woman and you got all the women. Yeah, that might frustrate a lot of guys. That might piss off a lot of women. But damn, don't hate the player, hate the game.
I'm a pimp and I exploit girls, and then some other guy
To meet a girl, sleep with her, and, quote, test if she's quality, get her to fall in love with me, to where she do anything I say.
Yeah, swag.
Some guys say that I'm a pimp and I exploit girls, and then some other guys understand it from my angle, and that's, I've never forced anyone to do anything they don't want to do.
All this adds just another layer to Tate's complicated story. At the time of this recording, Tate is expected to appear in court sometime today. Thank you so much for joining us, though. We'll continue to follow this messy case as new details unfold.
So not one time have they given solid proof that this man is doing what they're accusing him of doing. It's just a whole bunch of word salad to me. How about y'all? I dropped the link, so if I missed anything, if I'm missing any details or something like that, anybody want to come up here and tell me? Or if you just want to, just come up here and say anything. I done dropped the link. Now, while I'm waiting to see if anybody's going to come up, I'm going to play a little bit of what he was saying when he was talking to that guy or whatever, because I believe a lot of things he was saying was a hard reality.
Sat around.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit too with women and like all
all the transgender shit, all this crazy shit happened. Just like now, and when the barbarians turned up and they needed an army, they said, bang.
History's fucking repeating itself. Like over and over
That's
again.
how Rome fell. And that's how the West.
Yeah, it's got to stop, man. It's just crazy, man. Seeing history repeat itself. It's like we can wake up and observe this. We have enough, technology. We have books. We can look at history and just put a stop to it. It's got to stop.
Yep.
That's my goal, man. I want to kill feminism. End it. I think it needs to die. I think it's gonna die. One way or another, it's gonna die.
Yep.
How that happens, we're gonna find out.
Well, I think hopefully it happens the way through you waking people up.
Yeah.
This is the way we need it to happen.
Fuck yeah.
The only other way it's going to happen is going to be through some terrible event.
Yeah. Muslims coming in and doing all that. They'll end feminism in a fucking heartbeat. So.
Yeah, they're not
either we can do it or they can do it. Like, take your pick.
Absolutely, but they ain't taking shit.
Yeah,
they ain't taking shit from nobody.
Yeah.
So,
one of my favorite philosophers is actually a woman, Ayn Rand, and she had a saying that the most consistent wins.
Yep.
In everything.
Yep.
And that really kind of hit me when you said, they're willing to kill themselves.
Yep.
That is how congruent their frame is. Absolutely. They will fucking blow themselves up.
They won't play games. Just say, I'll blow myself up. You're going to come here and try to tell me to do, I'll blow myself up.
Okay.
This is how they are.
Let's get into some more questions here. So you talked to me last time about building a family. This is for one of my guys, a question I got for you. What's your quota for reproduction? What's going on with that? Let's hear it.
So I'm aiming for yeah, this is gonna piss off the tradcons again. sorry, red pillars. Yeah, I'm gonna be having probably about 8 or 9 kids and about 4 or 5 different chicks.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Go big or go home, man.
Yeah, because I don't see why not. And I really, once again, is going to piss off the feminists. Fuck, I'll piss you all off. Women are the oven, so they're going to create my children, but I'm the man. And I'm gonna mold them in the way to be the way I need them to be. Although you need a good mother who's dutiful and caring, you need a mother to provide them with their basic nutritional needs. Their emotional development and who they are as people, I really believe is down to the father. I really believe that. I think the woman keeps them fed and clothed, but when shit really goes down, it's their dad's advice.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I believe.
The wisdom and the philosophy.
The wisdom, the philosophy, all those things. So I know the kids are going to be fantastic no matter who the mother is.
Yeah.
So I can go pick up a girl today and have kids for today. They're going to be fantastic anyway because I'm Andrew Tate. So and because the Cobra fucking Tate. And because I'm living in Eastern Europe, I don't have to worry about it. No one's going to take me to court. No one's going to destroy me with alimony.
The laws here are a lot less crazy for that kind of stuff.
It's completely less crazy. And also because I'm a foreign national, it's even easier. So I can't lose from a financial perspective. No one can put me in jail. You know, I'm going to give the mother the money she needs. If she gets too fresh, she can go hungry for a week and she'll know to be nicer to me. And everything's going to be fine. So that's the reason I'm going to do what I do. And I'm going to have a legacy from it. And I don't see there's.
Now, a lot of people don't like the misogynistic tone of opinions like that. Now, I can't even cap. That sound misogynistic as a motherfucker. But he wants a lot of kids. And he doesn't feel like he should be in a, what they call it, a monogamy relationship. So as a woman, you have to either accept that shit or keep moving. I don't see this man as forcing no woman to stay that don't want to stay. Well, we got my dog, Johnny. Salute, Johnny. Johnny, what's good? You there, homeboy? Oh, okay. We'll probably come back up. Lovelace. Can you hear me? Lovelace, can you hear me? Are you there? I wonder if is it mine?
That was me. My Bluetooth speaker was hooked up.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was like, dang, because two people just came up here and neither one. I couldn't hear neither one of them. I didn't know if it was mine or y'all's. What's good with you, homie?
I ain't making no noise, but I respectfully disagree with that, man. Because I don't know. I believe in the divine feminine. And I believe that anything that divides us can't be. And I don't know. It just seems weird to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like more pilgrimages and the more the shit that we already don't been through. To me, my observation. Like, that's the same shit that got us to the point where we are right now as a society. And that's just my observation.
So you're saying what he was saying, you disagree with?
Most of his ideas are going back in time to the shit that it's like voodoo economics. They keep trying to tell us about voodoo economics and the top and the trickle to the bottom. That we've been doing the same. You know the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results don't get the same thing. And shit, we don't live in a society where men have led and lied and completely have us to this point where we are right now.
Okay.
And
like I said, I think he do sound a little misogynistic. I can't even cap on that. Like, a little of his idealism is a little extreme.
I mean, I see where he's coming from, though. I see
where he's coming from, but I think it's just a little extreme. I mean, but if you're a woman and you can see that, you should be able to see that out the gate.
Yeah, he coming from patriarchy shit. Huh? That's that old school patriarchy shit, and you can't win like that. We got to talk to each other. Nobody can just rule over somebody. We already see what that bought us. More of the same won't get us nothing different. At least my opinion.
Right. What you think about it, Lovelace?
Peace, brother. I don't really know what to make of it right yet, right? I'm new to the understanding of what's happening, right? So I'm just taking a minute to kind of digest and listen. And I, you know, be a little bit with what Johnny B was talking about. Doing, sir?
Well, let me ask you this then. Do you think they would judge him off the public opinion or the facts of his accusation?
Certainly a little bit of both. It's really sad. Media, stirs it, right? They get the pot stirring all type of, at times, confusing ways, and then by the time it hits a jury, they kind of don't really know what to do. But the
What
media,
to think?
yeah, how they feel.
Right, and they got their head pumped in that this person is whatever it is that they pumped on.
Right, because they tell you in the jury pool, right? Don't watch TV, look at this, don't talk about it. But they don't, in my opinion, take into consideration, well, before it goes to trial, hell, it's on TV, it's on the news. People already have a way to think about it, It's kind of weird.
Right.
Yeah, but I also agree, with Mr. Johnny Lee, what he was saying, right? You make decisions and, you get the prizes that come with it.
Right.
She made a terrible decision, in my opinion, right? Can't tell nobody what to do, but it's a stranger and you're going to pay your way to go across the world and you got a man right there. What more are you looking for? Why not just have communication with your man?
Right, and even the wabbit had to point that out. Shit, he wanted to get his wabbit on, but he had to point out the obvious at first. Like, well, this one, I mean, it's no secret who this guy is. She didn't have to fly over there to find out that you was about to be up for a roller coaster ride. You could have just looked online and seen that.
Right, and that's a part of the problem too, right? We get so blindsided and so right now entitled. Like, I need a change in my life or in my relationship right now. I'm going to get to the next thing that I possibly feed without doing any research. And now you're over there, you're stranded and you're being misused, and now your body's being misused. We just got to make better. Bad thing, but what you say, hey, that'll teach you.
That'll teach you.
Yep. And if and he can pull the goodies and he can pull money, like you said, don't hate to play the game.
Hate the game.
Yeah,
I mean, because they like he was saying, and I don't know if the video that I was playing, he didn't get to it yet, but he made a very valid point. He was like, hell, America creates me. Yeah, like, because the women over there are so masculine, and they're unattractive, not physically, but just as far as the attitude and everything. The men can't even get a date. They can't even say hey to them. They're paying these women that I have working over here for a conversation, just for somebody to be nice to them. So there's an underlying problem that we're pointing at the person or the people who exploit these problems instead of the problem.
Very true. Mm-hmm.
What you think about that, Johnny?
What'd you say?
I said, what you think about that?
About, man, I've come to the realization that the government creates all of the environments that we live in. Like, these people get to do these things. I'm not tripping. I'm not hating. I'm not trying to say nothing wrong, but like, a lot of people get themselves in these positions and build themselves up, and then I don't know. I like history, because that's the one thing that a lot of this shit that we got going on in this country is because we refuse to remember history. You know what I'm saying? Right. And a lot of motherfuckers that be with this shit, they end up getting caught up and they lie like a motherfucker, and they've been doing a bunch of dirty shit, and then they get caught up and they want to fucking inflame everybody and say, oh, they all against me, when they don't fucking know they've been doing dirt. We all human beings. We all gonna slip. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I hope is that we all stand up. When you fuck up, say you fucked up, man, that shit. Hey, let's do what you gotta do to fix that shit better. Like my Andrew said, no better.
You're breaking up a little bit.
That's the fact. Know better, do better, right? Your
Yeah,
microphone.
when you know better, you do better. These people are taking advantage of the division in this country. A lot of these, I'm not going. I think they're in front of my face by the media who are super biased, who are super liars,
Hey,
who are
Mr. John.
super fucking
You're
sensational.
breaking up real bad.
You're breaking up, brother. We missing that. Can you hear us, Mr. Johnny? Your mic is
Going in and out. I thought it was in and out. It stopped. Now it's going. Yep. But like it's a lot of.
It's still breaking up. It sounds like you giving out some good information that they don't want us to hear. Because every time you get deep into it, your microphone starts to go a little.
They doing it to you too, Lovelace. I don't know if my mic breaking up.
No, your mic sounds good. I'm gonna come back up. Maybe that. But I hope Mr. Johnny, if you drop down and come back, it sounds like that brother did to say.
Okay. I'm gonna play some of this audio until y'all get back.
Be happy for 8 hours a day. Pretend to be happy.
Smile.
Smile. You can't be a miserable bitch.
Yeah.
You got to be happy for 8 hours a day. You got to remember people's names. You got to remember their dog, their cat, their problems. 20 different dudes. This, that. You need a smart girl with a good temperament who's a nice person to be a good cam girl.
Yeah, these are more advanced cam girls because every girl now can get into like sugar babying, premium Snapchats.
I mean that's basic. That's common. That's basic shit.
Entry level shit.
Yeah, but if you're going to be like a real high level cam girl, you need to be a hard worker and you need to be intelligent.
Yeah,
this is true. This is true. And people say, "Oh, they're dumb. They just get their tits out for money." So if you just get your tits out, you're not going to get anywhere.
Like, would you not do it if you were in that situation? Like maybe you would. You probably would.
So my best cam girl can make $2,000 a day.
Wow. Yeah.
7 days a week.
Damn.
You know, so and people are going to go, "Oh, she's a hoe." She's sitting at home in her bed making $2,000 a day.
Yeah. You could sit in your pajamas to make $2,000. Yeah.
You know, it's like so. I think it's a reaction to. Because all of the customers are from Western Europe and America.
Yeah.
There's no customers from Eastern Europe. There are no customers from the Middle East.
I believe
no customers. There's all just a bunch of.
We're here in Poland. You're just surrounded by like hot, attractive women who are feminine, who are like who act like women. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
Absolutely. And if you had a whole bunch of money here, you'd never be lonely. But America's got that weird culture where you can still be rich and still not be girls and just be a beta and just be a loser.
Yeah.
So these are the dudes because it's not a cheap habit. It's not a cheap habit. These dudes are on there spending money.
Yeah.
So they're not broke.
Tipping all
that shit. Yeah. So the camming industry is a huge one. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's just a reaction to a whole bunch of betas desperate for just thirst.
Yeah.
It's all just thirst. You look at these girls with their 3 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's thirst.
Yeah.
So all the girls are doing is monetizing it.
I understand it even better now, though. That there is a thirst in America and the West for all kinds of.
Now listen to what he's about to say.
Yep.
These women act like men, and then it's like you have nothing left except maybe some physical stuff online.
Thirst for femininity.
Desert.
That's exactly. You just fucking put it in. Thirst for femininity. Because I've had guys literally say to my girls, "You're the first girl who speaks nicely.
Yeah.
You're the only girl who I've seen talk like this. You're the only girl who does her nail. Like the
Yeah.
basic shit.
Yeah.
They're just like, wow, she's a pedicure and a manicure and she's polite.
Women in America are a wreck, man, compared to what I'm seeing here. They dress like shit. They act like men. They don't have manners.
It's unattractive.
Yeah, they're unattractive. It's unattractive in like 1,000 different ways.
Yep.
I'm blown away, man, in Eastern Europe. These are good women.
Yep. And this is why you'll see and if you read the newspaper every once in a while, you'll see some random guy in America sends $250,000 to some Romanian cam girl or something. Because I'll send you the articles, bro. It's real. Because they like fall in love. They fall in love with these chicks, and she's the only person in his whole life who's nice to him, and no one else ever is. And he dies and leaves all his money in his will to a cam girl instead of his wife.
Yeah,
and that's how it is.
Sweet revenge.
Yeah. Well, my girl, she had a guy from Sweden once, and he paid her €1,000 a day for about 3 months.
Wow.
And what he did was he was going through a divorce and he sent her pictures of his wife, and she had to insult his wife, and he recorded it all and put it into a long compilation and gave it to her after the divorce. And that was pretty gangster.
Wow.
Now, this is the dig at black people too. That's a low key dig at black women too. And that shit, I saw that shit. What he was saying, that was a low key.
But can you be mad at him for being honest though, bro?
Yeah,
we can't say he lied even if he was talking about that.
But we still completely forgetting about the history and the things that brought us to this point. We completely forget about that, and it's all on them. It's like they used to tell Martin Luther King, "Pull yourself out by the bootstraps and got the boot." Dad's in jail, back took over your neighborhood. Your neighborhood is shitty. Your food, shitty. You don't got no real. We ain't got nothing to really hope for. They take the tax money, put it in the right neighborhood. I'm just saying, like if we gonna talk about real,
and I get you. You breaking up again.
Oh,
I
boy.
can't really hear what you're saying no more. But and I get where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? It's a learned behavior. But when do we stand up and say, okay, we're not gonna put on this show for you no more? See, he just speaking on what he observed from the outside. I can't be mad at another race of people looking at a race of people like, why the fuck do y'all sit there and run in place?
Yeah,
You
but
know, do
you
better.
talk about the race of people who set up the system, and they ancestors act like they don't understand what's going on. They set up a system like
Well,
this. The whole
in his case, being Romanian, shit, I wouldn't understand.
Oh,
What
the
can
Russians,
what can we tell
Europeans,
you
and
about a
Europeans.
Romanian? I can't tell you shit about what their people might have went through. So
Yeah, the
it'd be
Europeans
like
are the
I don't
Europeans.
understand.
It's like me learning about the Armenians and out here coming from Brunswick. You know that shit blew my mind, right? And it's like a totally different culture. And I ain't gonna I have really deep opinions about this shit. Because I don't know, I just see shit. I see shit from multiple angles. And I just feel like a lot of shit we get a lot of shit get placed on people when they have no choice but to learn from the people who taught them before them.
But I don't really take it as he was digging on black people. I think he was just talking about American women in general. Because I'm pretty sure he probably don't even rock with
But
too
who
many.
drives
You know
the
what I'm saying?
culture
Black
of
women.
American women? Who drives the culture of American women? We all know who drives the culture of American women.
I mean, white
all
women kind of
understand.
European is driving the culture. I mean, they hide it in the hip hop, but it's actually becoming more of a European culture. Now they hiding it through hip hop. They're saying it's hip hop, but they got these motherfuckers doing European thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then you know, it was a point where a woman had to feel like they had to look like a certain white woman to feel beautiful and stuff like that. Like I say, I'm pretty sure he, with his kind of status, he's not even considering black women. But yeah, black women would be a part of the American culture that he's talking about.
Yeah, I feel like he's taking advantage of something he knows that's fact. He lives in America, predominantly white. He can say that shit, and it's a bunch of motherfuckers that's in this country that's gonna go for that shit. He couldn't go to Africa and make that money, make no money like that. I mean, I ain't knocking it. I'm just saying,
well,
like,
he could because you know it's a lot of rich white people in Africa. Like,
he understands the history.
True. What you think, Lovelace?
I'm up here getting educated, brother. Can you hear me clear?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm up here getting educated because I understand where both y'all are coming from, right? And both of y'all have good points. You know, I always stand by the understanding of you make a choice, no matter with respectful, right? No matter what the history has taught us, what we should know better. At the end of the day, you know, we got to make a choice how we move and how we conduct ourselves and what we're gonna fall short on.
And when I hear people speak on our culture, I look at it as well. They're telling us what they see from the outside in because it seems like we don't pay attention to it when we tell each other. We can tell each other all the time, like, hey man, our women are doing this, they're unattractive, they're doing this, and I'm like, you just bashing black women. But then when somebody on the outside tell us, then we're like, well, damn, you shitting on our black women. Well, nah, somebody got to fucking tell us. Who are we comfortable with telling us the hard truth about ourselves?
It should be us, you know, but we do flock to other races to point out, you know, some of our behavior. And
if they point out our behavior, we call them racist and we mad at them and all that. If we call out our behavior, oh, you don't love our black men, you don't love our black women, why you down in us and all that, like, well, damn, we're stuck between the rock and the hard place.
No,
we want to be
people don't know the difference between constructive criticism and really trying to hurt your feelings, you know? And that's because a lot of people are not blessed to have people in their life to teach them those things. The things that we learned in Brunswick around the people that we grew up around, everybody's not blessed to have that. You know what I'm saying? And all you can do by paying it forward is just try to, everybody that touches your circle, everybody coming to your aura, you try to keep spreading that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because knowledge is to be, your gift is yours is the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel what you're saying.
That's all.
You
I
got your
interpret.
point.
I just that shit just it drives me crazy just watching all of this shit. And coming from Brunswick and sitting in LA as I watch the world just go fucking crazy. And it just seems like the most craziest shit. Not that you can't speak to people no more. You can't. It's not regular no more. It's not like everybody on their phone, everybody got their hand all the time. We need to be outside.
Facts. Yeah, we're getting away from the foundation with what a lot of us were raised off of, right? I'm from that era where you're not about to sit and be on, video game or watching TV. You're going to go outside, get some fresh air, and that's bright and early. You're going to get out and you're going to be productive. You're going to socialize. You're going to figure out age appropriately, what life has for out there. In my opinion, we too comfortable, and as we're being too comfortable, we're not taking advantage of the comfort. It's a lot of information out here.
A lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of information on the internet stuff, and a lot of us are not taking, the full advantage of it, and it's sad to see that we flock towards the mess more than we go towards education and, doing the research and building our community stronger. I just don't understand, like the right way, you know what I mean? Like, how do we get people focused? It's a handful of, or it's a community full of us, but we need more than that if we're going to survive and thrive,
Right. And but and like I was saying, I was just wondering, yeah, this guy is obviously, he's not a likable guy. I mean, to some people he probably is, but for the most part, he got some shitty kind of ways. We agree to that. But would that be a reason why you couldn't get the same justice as a person should get because you're having these I mean, do you really have the freedom of speech when if you say what you think or if you operate in a different kind of way and people are going on campaigns to slander your character just so they can push an agenda? I mean, it seems like that's what we're seeing over and over again. And I think it's a way to try to start a gender war, in my opinion.
You got a good point. Let me ask you something. When you say this man is not a likable man, or I guess he's got disrespectful ways about him, elaborate a little on that for me, because.
Well, I mean, like, okay, he's not a likable person to probably most women. Me, from what I've heard from him, I kind of like him. I haven't heard much from him, I just see clips or whatever. But I like some of the shit he's saying and some of the shit I think is, a little outlandish. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I kind of like the guy or whatever, but I can see a lot of women like, nah, motherfucker, you just too full of yourself, or but they'll still, if they had a chance, try to go get at them. So, but there's gonna be that kind of effect that kind of how Kevin Samuels had. People gonna love to hate him, I guess. So that's what I meant. Like, I know he could be likable, but people gonna act like they don't like him, all while they hate him. Kind of how they do everybody.
Okay, I really I won't say a fan of Kevin, right? But I did understand the message. Some people get lost in the messenger.
The messenger.
They gotta get a better understanding of the message. One of my favorite things that I say is listen to understand versus listening to respond. A lot of women don't talk about, hey, you may not have liked Kevin, his ways or his choice of words, but I mean, it was women that would, pull up and want to get on the panel and want to have a conversation with him. If you clearly watch his content, you're going to be asked those hard questions, those reflective questions. Not to be disrespectful, but sometimes you got to I say, I do need to do better. That self-reflection is something, you know. You gotta yourself before you introduce yourself to society. And when you come across men, Evan Samuels, or this man right here, if you true to yourself, in my opinion, it wouldn't bother you as much.
It wouldn't bother you. And
Yeah.
that's how I look at when I see guys like Kevin Samuels or him or whatever. Because see, a lot of the feminists, they get mad because they hear the jabs at them. But the men, they jab at us just as much, but it don't apply to you if you're not one of those men. And I think a lot of women miss that. I ain't gonna a lot of women miss that. Now women like you be like, okay, that don't apply to me. So what he's saying is true, but he's not talking to me.
Right.
And I could feel the same way when he be like, y'all beta males and y'all weaklings and y'all don't know how to do this, talk to women, y'all don't know how to get money because you look like this and that. I don't take that to heart. I'm like, well, some of it, I'm like, yeah, you're right, bro. I don't have that confidence to be. I should be, you know what I'm saying? Instead of me being mad about it, you know what I mean? So a lot of women should take that too. And be like, well, no, I shouldn't be fucking selling myself short and doing this and that. But, we got this insecurity that's in a mass right now on both sides, where you're going to get those beta males or whatever you want to call them that's going to get offended and like, yeah, he ain't shit. All he do is bash women and this and that, to try to pander, thinking that this going to put them ahead. And it's kind of exactly what they're telling you. You're not taking on your role. I get it, but I get where it's, of course, in this society, feelings over everything.
When I hear shit like that, excuse me, it makes me go back to, if your feelings are that involved, right? Respectfully, go get out your feelings. And if there's truth in something, then you can take that truth and apply it to yourself and be a stronger, better person. I ask, what's the harm? Hey, Mr. John, I want to ask you a question. Is that all right?
You're breaking up again, Lovelace.
Oh, man.
I don't know what's going on. Johnny, you still there? See how you sound.
I'm there.
Yeah, okay, he's clear.
I'm still breaking up.
Yeah, you're going in and out. You want to go down and come back up again?
Yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'll drop another link maybe.
I have no opinion of him. I've heard some of his videos, but it ain't something that I gravitate to. So I hold no opinion.
Right.
Like him or I don't like him. I have no opinion.
Well, I've seen a couple of clips of him and everything. It wasn't somebody I was like, let me go to his show. You know what I'm saying? And I respect the game, you know what I mean? And hell, he's in a position to do what, he wants to do. And it is what it is. But my thing is, every time it's somebody that's doing something of the abnormal, you always see these campaigns from the media attacking them, and then they use it like a gender war or some shit like that. Because as we can see in that video, they use all the motherfucking keywords you can use to flare up emotion.
You know what you make it? I'm thinking about now as you say that. I'm thinking about last week tonight because I watch a lot of shit. I fucking absorb a lot of information and knowledge or whatever. But goddamn, it was one where they talked about how the police do reports, how the media do reports, and they put shit that's not even true in the reports.
Right.
And it was he had like a whole 30 minutes on it. Maybe you can pull that shit up one day and go over that motherfucker again. Go if you can do it on fair trade. What is it?
What you talking about?
Fair use.
Fair use.
But it's on YouTube. He got YouTube a YouTube channel, John Oliver. Last week tonight, he got a bunch of topics that everybody be talking about. But his videos, he go through and he have his research team. Nigga, if I ever became president, I would hire them to fucking write laws.
Lovely say questions. Oh yeah, I'll put it on the screen.
Hold on, I gotta turn my camera. I think.
Do you notice the Willie Lynch and what this man is speaking on when you say we are experiencing a rotation cycle?
Willie Lynch is that's the South thing, right? That was the South thing. Willie Lynch was like after Jim Crow or before Jim Crow. No, that was during Jim Crow. That's when they was lynching niggas. But I feel like
Willie Lynch was
it
was a letter, and it was just a letter of explaining, kind of how to keep slaves in, control as far as separation.
Yeah, it's conditioning. It's a lot of conditioning. It's a lot of fucking psychological shit in this game. Bro, it's scary as fuck. Just think about that shit. Like it's a lot of psychological shit at play. It's a lot of fucking conditioning.
I can agree right there. There's a lot of psychological
that shit actually
shit
scary to talk about because people don't want to talk about it. People want to act like it doesn't exist. If you say something, if you get now to the point of yourself, people just throw up that you being emotional shit. I don't go for that shit. I just say how I feel. I gotta say how I feel. I don't care. I'm an articulate person. I ain't gonna do nothing to get myself locked up. And I'm going to express myself. Y'all crazy as fucking bow down to the white supremacist. They were fucking savages. I just had this conversation not too long ago.
Okay. Well, I think that's about all I'm gonna play of this video. I just kind of wanted to go over that and just it's been a lot of this media attacking on men in general. I mean, we could say it's black men, but I think it's on men in general. I mean,
but it's
trying to get rid of any kind of masculinity.
U.S. government, like they did Marcus Garvey. They keep him out. They planted somebody in this organization and got him for tax fraud. That's a complete cycle. They keep doing the same thing over and over again. We just in a different time and it's different players.
Right.
This shit ain't the game. Ain't the players change. The game ain't changed, bro. That's just my opinion. I really like reading though, and I fuck with Dick Gregory. Well, bless the dead.
Okay, you back.
You got me.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Is it better now?
Yep.
Okay, thank you for that. Sorry about that. Did the brothers get a chance to ask my question?
I saw it.
Okay. Well, I missed it. I rebooted my phone trying to see if that fix the situation. Hey,
it's still skipping in and out.
It's
doing it again. I don't know why.
It followed me from the page. That's what it did. Listen, when I read that letter, man, didn't happen. No, I still got burning.
Oh, Dip, that's you. I heard you earlier. That was you on Kwame page earlier. I was listening to you. Yeah.
Salute, Queen Lady Act.
I forgot about that. I just realized it.
Yeah.
But what you said is right. What he said, that shit is real life shit. I totally agree with that.
But I appreciate both of y'all for pulling up. I'm about to go ahead and wrap this live up. I think it's been long enough or whatever. I appreciate everybody who's pulled up.
I appreciate you. You have a good evening, my brother. I appreciate you.
Thank
I
you.
just thought it was a good conversation to have. It's a lot of times it's content to me, so I'll talk about it, and we can still have these discussions.
Well, definitely.
There's always a teachable moment. Sometimes it has to be something that's in your face, so we can just put it on the board and teach from it.
True.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Two Ears and Mr. Johnny. It's necessary conversation.
Right.
Did you hear me?
I got daughters. I'm with that shit. I got 2 daughters. I'm with that shit. I ain't playing.
Facts.
So y'all have a good night. I will be coming back live in the morning. I got another live setup. We just gonna scroll through the YouTube streets and just have some conversation like always. So y'all can tune back in if y'all up.
For
if
sure.
not, you know, you can catch a replay.
Definitely.
Lovelace, like always, it was a joy having you up here.
Thank you, brother. You too. Sorry, my audio.
Oh no, it's okay. It'd be like that sometimes.
All right, brother.
You'll beat me next time, probably.
All right.
Well, y'all, I'm gonna take it in for the night. We had a good discussion, you know what I'm saying, and I appreciate everybody that pulled up. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit your alert button, do what you gotta do.
Yo, this is Ears to the Streets. Y'all know what time it is.
Hello? Hello? Hi, everybody.